What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the 3 Ghostface theory that's going around the internet. I actually casually mentioned it in the video where I talked about Sam, right? The idea, the rumor of what's going on with Sam that I guess I won't spoil just in case it is considered a spoiler, but we did that video where we talked a bit about Sam, and we talked about the Christmas poster, the Christmas card that was sent out, where I do think there's a little bit of backing to the Sam thing. And in that poster, and it's something I want to focus on, right, is that everything has meaning, I believe, in this poster. And that's what makes this conversation so interesting, because do I think that they would actually show us or tell us, I guess, in this way, that there are 3 Ghostface killers, and do I think they would do that by putting them on a Christmas card and then, sending it out on Twitter? I mean, I would say no, considering like the whole point of it is to not spoil things like that, and then they did. So I would lean towards no. It's probably to get people to do exactly this, talk about it. For some people, specific people, I guess, make videos on it. For other people, just talk about it. But the thing is, again, I want to focus on that first part. Everything does have meaning in this poster, I believe, right? So we talk about like Stab 9, like that does have meaning. Blackmore University, they literally give the name of the college. And as I pointed out, right, the background of Blackmore University in that poster is red. Underneath it, where there's the 3 ghost faces, only one of them is red. You could think of that even more in depth and think, well, maybe one ghost face of those 3 is from Blackmore, the other 2 aren't. If that's true and I got it from that, that'd be, kind of insane. But you see what I mean? Like, everything does have, in my opinion, meaning. You even look at the Ghostface posters, and those have meaning too, because I think the general idea, I do think we're kind of getting closer, is, well, we know they're going to use some killer, or killers plural, are going to use old Ghostface masks and old Ghostface robes and, go out. So the posters of not just Scream 5s, but the rest of them, indicate the different eras of Ghostface, which I do think will be in use, will be active in this film. So nothing is, now there's like the one ghost face in the center by the Christmas tree. You could say that's just a throw in, kind of like a fun thing for Christmas, but a lot of the poster, I think, is purposely there. So why do you have, and it is like a Broadway-like thing. When I see that, like the strip of those 3 ghost faces, right? To me, it reminds me of like and I don't see Broadway, so this could be completely wrong, but it does remind me of kind of like a poster or like some sort of promotional work for a Broadway thing. Like, you would go and it's on the arena, or it's got like a little slit where it shows you what the play that you're going to see is. It has that kind of vibe to it. So why is it there? And would they actually do 3 ghost faces? And would they show it in the poster? Well, just to talk about the 3 ghost face thing really fast, we have talked about it. I'm all on board. Like, I am fully, if there's 3, and if they're doing the thing with Sam that we talked about last time, I'm so on board with this movie, it's not even funny. I don't think 3 is the golden number for all Scream movies to have that many ghost faces, but I do think it can work here. Now, as I've talked about in the past, the only issue I have with 3 ghost faces, and the only thing they would need to resolve is, in my belief, it's just my thought, I don't think you can have all 3 of them reach the finish line. You can't have them reach the monologue phase of the movie, the final act, where they reveal their plan and, they have the leg up on everybody, but then that's quickly ruined in some way. To me, it has always worked with who they've had, whether it be 2 people and they take each other out, or they weaken each other, say like Billy and Stu, and they're staggering each other, so they're not going to both attack Sydney at the same time. Or you look at like 2 or 4 where one of them takes the other one out, so you really only have to deal with one at a time. 5, they split up entirely because of Tara, which I thought was really clever. So they've always, in my opinion, it's always worked well, where they've had a leg up, and it does seem kind of unbelievable that, say, someone specifically like Sydney would make it through 5 of these things. In fact, that's the joke that Richie even said at the end of 5, which I really did like, because it's true. So you have that, but it's still believable. Now, if you start to introduce more, if you have 3 or 4 ghost faces at that ending, that, how can they possibly mess that up, right? That would be the biggest question. In fact, I would believe they wouldn't mess it up. They would need some sort of miracle, the survivors, in order to get out of the situation. So, to me, even if you have, like, say, 4 or 5 survivors, I think you need 2 killers max on the same page. So, that's the only thing for me. I mean, and there's still so much potential you could have, if you have 3 killers, you just can't have all 3 of them reach the end. You could have one die in the middle, whether it be from the other Ghostfaces. Maybe they kill each other on accident. Maybe they're not all aligned. They're not part of the same group or hive mind. Maybe a survivor defends themselves so well that they actually kill a Ghostface midway through and there's only 2 left. Like, that would be very different, and that's kind of the theme, right? That they're shooting for it. They're going for it with this film, so do it. Go for 3. So I want it. I mean, I'm all on board for 3. Again, the question would just be, would you actually show that in a poster? And again, my initial leaning is no, that it's just for like a wink wink, like, hey, maybe we will, maybe we won't. Obviously, we're not going to tell you, so go nuts for the next 2.5 months because, you know, you're not going to find out until the movie. It could be that. In fact, it probably is that. But on the other side of things, you have, well, nothing in that poster besides, let's say, the Christmas tree and the Ghostface in front of the Christmas tree. Nothing else seems like out of place. Like, everything seems to have a reason why it's there, whether it's some sort of central theme to Scream 6 or it's a reference, like, would you like to play a game? I think that's on like the right side of the poster, right? Everything has a reason for being there that either connects to past Scream, and there's never been 3 Scream killers, so it's not, or 3 Ghostface killers, so it's not like you're referencing something in the past, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I really don't know what to think. I would love there to be 3 Ghostfaces, and maybe we can start to figure it out from the trailer or the TV spots. I'm not asking for it to be spoiled at all. In fact, if we go into the movie thinking there's 7 and there's only 2, or, you know, I mean, if we think something wildly different from what the movie actually gives us going in, I'm completely okay with it. I guess a more reasonable thing is like, hey, what if we're hell-bent on 2 of them and there's only 1 or there's 3? I mean, like, I want to be wrong. We've talked about that so many times. I want to be able to predict things and for not to be true. However, if I want 3, I will be biased. If I want 3, I would like to see the 3, and that'd be one case where I wouldn't want them to obviously kind of lead us astray. For, you know, we think so heavily it's going to be 3 going in, and then it's not. Hopefully that it is. But again, there are issues that arise there, but I don't think they're that big of a deal. I think that actually leads to more intriguing possibilities. If you do have 3, you got to eliminate 1 at some point. So then the question is, well, like, why are they working together? Are they working together? Will they kill each other off? Will a survivor kill them off by accident? Or, you know, can you reveal 1 early? Like, there's so much you can do. Even just by saying you have 3, you can still do your 2-person monologue thing at the end. You can still have that grand finale that we all know and love, but you can also do some really interesting different things in the middle of the movie too that normally you can't do. So I'm all for it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Did the poster actually tease that, or am I just talking to talk? Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I'll see you all on the next one.